today it's not raining, luckily. Oh, but yesterday it was. There was a storm. And this is our topic today, precipitation and the water cycle. What happens to water if I open this bottle and I just let it sit here on my chair? Then water can slowly evaporate and it will disappear. Let's see how water can appear here in our garden. In the morning, when you wake up and you just run outside into the garden, you can easily get wet because there's dew on grass. Or sometimes it's a bit misty in the distance. You know, it's not fog, but you can still see that there's water vapor, some kind of humidity in air. Or look at this, fog. I can't see anything, because it's foggy. So that's foggy weather. Rain, you know that word? Hail. Hail is when there are bigger pieces of ice falling from the sky. It can easily happen in May in Hungary or in June that this kind of precipitation forms. And in winter, snow is typical. So these are some of the typical forms of precipitation, but there will be some more. Look at my pictures. What do you call these? It's not rain, it's not snow, but rain and snow can fall from these. These are clouds. Actually, this kind of cumulus cloud is also called good weather cloud because it rarely rains from these. But look at this one. The Latin name of this kind of cloud is cumulonimbus incus. When you can see this kind of shape in the sky, it will be raining soon and it's going to be a storm with thunder and lightnings. It's typical in summer in Hungary. So you can see the nice shape and the darker shades are here at the base. A typical precipitation in winter in Hungary, even in Hungary, is snow. And the snow crystals really look like this. Question, how can they make a photo of the crystal? Actually, they can just use a simple microscope for that. But, of course, you need to be outside. There are some people, researchers, who do this, for instance, in Alaska, where it's quite cold, so they can make nice photographs. When ice falls, we mentioned this, there's hail, and it often happens in April or May or in June in Hungary, so plants can be easily destroyed. And not just plants, even houses or cars, so hail is not quite nice. Nowadays they can have a special kind of systems which can destroy these ice clouds in the sky, so we can protect ourselves. And it's raining here in this picture. But this is not rain here. When the air is rather cold, but not too cold, it starts raining, but raindrops can freeze as they fall, and then when they touch this cold surface, the streets for instance, or pavements, then water freezes instantly, and it's really slippery, so you can easily fall if you are not careful. This is sleet. And the weather must be really freezing here. So look what happens when water appears here in the mountains or on a plain, on a lowland here. It's raining, it's snowing, but because the sun is shining as well, there's evaporation, and then temperature is going to decrease, and then there's condensation, or the clouds appear there in the sky, and then rain falls again. So there's precipitation, the sun is shining, the sea is a reservoir, it collects all the waters on earth. It's a nice word, reservoir. And then water evaporates, there's evaporation, and then it condensates as temperature decreases, clouds form, and rain or snow falls again. I hope you could concentrate and you can just write all the words here. Look at the keywords in your book on page 101 and repeat them. Crystal, hail, hold, peace, sleet, two. And let's see the clouds again here. I will just go back a bit. Oh, these are really nice. So I can read the text with you on page 100. Please open the book and read it with me. When you look up to the sky, do you ever think about what clouds are made up of? Clouds are made up of millions of water droplets and tiny pieces of ice called ice crystals. The water droplets and ice crystals are so small that the air holds them up. Sometimes the droplets and crystals bump into each other and join together. As the droplets and crystals get bigger, they become too heavy for the air to hold. Then they fall to the ground. Water that falls from the clouds is called precipitation. There are different kinds of precipitation. The kind you most often see is rain. Rain is liquid water that falls when the air temperature is above freezing. Snow is another kind of precipitation. Snow is made up of ice crystals. It falls when the temperature is below freezing. Other kinds of precipitation are sleet and hail. Sleet is rain that freezes as it falls. Hail is little balls of ice that form in clouds and fall onto the ground. Now you know quite a lot about precipitation forms. Please draw them here in the boxes on page 100 and then have a look at the crossword puzzle on page 101 task 2. Write the words into the boxes and these special sentences with gaps in them can help. Then decide whether these statements are true or false. These are all about precipitation. Then we looked at the water cycle drawing on page 103. There's this diagram here which you could see in my presentation as well. Look at it, please. This one. So please write the missing words into the gaps. So label your diagram. And then there's one more task here, a big chart, but I think it's rather easy, so you could do that. Complete the chart. 5 uses of water. For example, we drink water, we use water for having a bath or a shower in the bathroom. So there are lots of things. 5 water sports. My favorite is swimming, but probably you know some more. 5 animals that live in water. Again, I have some favorite ones like jellyfish, but probably you can just write some more. 5 people whose jobs depend on water. Oh, goodness gracious me. Probably a plumber, because they need to fix water pipes. But I think there are really many other jobs which you could write here. When you finished the chart, there's one more last thing. Page 102, task 1. Look at the keywords here: reservoir, water cycle, evaporation, precipitation, condensation, and water, and match them with these definitions. First, you can just draw lines here, and then you can write the letters into the boxes. And of course, we can check all these later. There's one more part to read with me as we finish. Of course, you can always stop the video footage and do the tasks. So let's read the last part here on page 102. It's about the water cycle. Water is important to all living things. Humans, animals, and plants need water every day to live. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation help living things get the water that they need. First, water evaporates from the earth. Then it condenses in the air to form clouds. Finally, it falls to the earth as precipitation. The movement of water from the earth to the air and back to the earth again is called the water cycle. Water always moves and changes form. Sometimes water is liquid, at other times it is water vapor or ice. Living things use water in all these different forms. Humans use water most often as a liquid. Because people use large amounts of water, it must be stored for later use. Water is also stored for times when there's little precipitation. Places where water is stored are called reservoirs. Ponds and lakes are natural reservoirs. Water towers and storage tanks are artificial reservoirs. Reservoirs help people to make the best use of water in the water cycle. So please have a look at the keywords as well and repeat them. Reservoir, víztároló medence. Storage tank, víztartály. The water cycle, a víz körforgása. And finally, water tower, víztorony. Thank you for your hard work. Keep up good work. See you later. Bye bye.